So verification and validation. After software is developed, we do verification. Okay, we do validation. When coming to this waterfall model and V model, waterfall model, uh, understand requirements are clear, and no verification is required. Okay, only validation is enough. Enough. So see, waterfall model and V model interviews damn sure mandatory question this is. What is the difference between waterfall model and V model? So in waterfall model and V model, both are used for small size projects. In waterfall model, requirements are very clear and no verification is required for in waterfall model, only validation is enough. In waterfall model, why it is called waterfall model, it means once we freeze, it comes from top to bottom. From top to bottom, requirement phase, design phase, coding, testing, deployment. So we once the requirements are fixed, we cannot go back and change the requirements, or we cannot go back and change the design, or we cannot go back and change the coding. So that is the reason this is called as waterfall model, and this waterfall model is not used much, very rarely, very for small size projects where very clear requirements are very clear, they use it. And coming to V model, in V model, we do both the things. V model, this is also this where requirements are not clear. Requirements are not clear. Both verification and validation are required. Okay. So this is about this one. Coming to static testing and dynamic test. Static testing and dynamic testing. So in static testing, we were discussing about guys, can you all hear me? Shekhar, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Uh, Vinit, Mohan, Jaya, can you hear me? Because Deepak was saying he is unable to hear me. Yes. Okay. So static testing. Static testing, we have reviews, as we have discussed. Reviews. In this reviews, management reviews. In management reviews, the important terminology which we need to remember is slippage. Slippage means the deviation between planned effort and actual effort. So if there is any deviation between this planned effort and actual effort, the management takes care and they provide some corrective measures. Corrective measures. Or we can say corrective action. Corrective action. So this corrective action means uh, if at all we commit some mistake, rectifying that mistake. Okay. So corrective action means if any mistake has been taken place, we'll correct it. Preventive action. Preventive action means Mistake has happened and we cannot correct that mistake. We cannot correct that mistake. We can just prevent it from not happening next time. From not happening next time. As I have said, you like overburden, overcommitting. Some unfortunately, all the two team members are on leave. So how to prevent such things? Okay. So corrective action, preventive action, slippage. Slippage means like it is a very rarely asked question, but remember. Okay. Coming to technical reviews, as we have discussed. So technical reviews, technical person will have the reviews. He will just go through the technical documents and he will conduct the reviews whether we are approach is correct or not, whether we are implementing properly or not. Next is formal review. So in formal reviews, we have a team, we can say. How this formal review basically looks like is, see, we can say a moderator or a leader. Moderator or a leader. Okay. So this is a formal request process will be there in formal reviews. So in this formal request, who will participate is BA, author or BA. These all will be reviewers or inspectors, we can say. Reviewers or inspectors. Okay. Scribe, you can say scribe or recorder will be there. Recorder or scribe means they take MOMs. MOMs of the meeting. The formal meetings what we conduct, they write MOM, right? MOM means minutes of meeting. So what we have decided, what we have discussed in this meeting, they will write the notes. They will prepare some meeting minutes and they will send across the team and also to the management. So they will prepare this one. So who is this author or a BA? Author is a document writer. Means document, he will write the documents. He will be a business analyst. He will understand. He knows everything. And moderator or inspector means here leader. Moderator or leader means he leads the team. He is the main person to conduct this meeting, formal reviews. And these reviewers, inspectors, they are the participants in the meeting. Okay. And there are different phases in this formal reviews. We can say like planning phase and kickoff meeting phase. See, nobody will ask this all in detailed in interview spot, but just have a knowledge. Preparation meetings, review meetings, okay, rework meetings. If any reworks need to be done, further some formal reviews, follow-up meetings. These all are different types of formal review meetings. Okay. And coming to informal reviews. In informal reviews, this is very general, generic meetings which conduct, which happens between the team. This doesn't, informal reviews means this doesn't follow any procedures, doesn't follow any procedures or documentation. They just conduct the meetings Uh, they will invite the team members, come, let's have a small review informal meeting, and they will discuss what are all happening. So here we can two types of this is peer reviews and code reviews are two types of informal reviews. So peer review means, see, in a group of testing team, actually in Agile we have a cross-functional testing team would be there. So developers, testers, everybody would be there. So in this, we have a peer review. Means, say, I have given a module to test. For my module testing, I will be given some 15 hours to test that one. I will be doing testing. So I'll write my test cases. I'll prepare all my test cases. I'll do execution. I'll prepare test scenarios. I'll prepare test cases. I'll do test execution. If any defects are found, I'll log the defect. Developer will fix it and I'll retest it. And I'll close my testing. Okay. After my completing of testing, there is another tester in my team. Okay. What he does is he will go through my testing document, my application, and he will just have a glance. Have a glance means he will have a look at my test cases and my test document, test execution, and he will do a smoke test on my application and my module. Smoke test that you just have a look after it. Means why he look after it means, see, we try to cover many things. We try to write 20, 30 test cases. We prepare test cases. We prepare test data. In this process of we understand requirements and we prepare test scenarios. In this process of working, we may miss very basic things or very small things we may miss, which may be out of our sight, which may be out of our view, or which we may not understand, or which may skip. Means while we are going through the application, we write our test scenarios, and suddenly we get an idea of going through another issue. So we may miss this one or we may miss that one. So this peer review person, what he will do is he will have a look at he don't work. See, understand here. He don't test our complete application. He will just have a glance at the module what we have tested, outline, smoke testing kind of thing. So he will work on it and he see that everything is good, fine. He will give approval that this is fine. Code review. What code reviewer is this? Two developers are there. He do his part of coding. He in coding there would be certain standards would be there. Standards means how the field name should look, how the we need to name the tables, what are the taglines we do when we develop a module. See, we are giving, for example, we are writing a code for the date should be greater than today's date. Why? The reason we should write there. Why we are taking that greater than today's date, greater than current date. We write in comments. So all these taglines, comments, all these are mentioned or not. So code reviewer will review the code and he verifies whether we are missing anything. Means in any organization there would be coding standards would be there. Coding standards. So how the code should be developed. So this code reviewer will verify whether the coding standards are maintained or not. So these all are peer review and code review come under informal reviews. Okay, so this informal reviews completely or this reviews completely fall under static testing, right? Any questions here? Next in this static testing is walkthroughs. In walkthroughs, what we do is this is also like a formal type of discussions, uh, uh, similar to informal reviews. Like we discuss, we raise the issues. If we found any issues, we just discuss and we try to settle. We here in walkthroughs, we doesn't maintain any minutes of meeting or we doesn't maintain any documentation. So, and it doesn't have any scheduled meetings also, any scheduled time also it doesn't have. Like whenever I feel, see, we four people are working in a cubicle, in a floor, right? We just have a discussion and we just walk through. You'll be asking, we need to be asking me whether this review is working. Once check my document whether it is good or not. See whether I have covered everything. So Shekhar is going to Shekhar asks me to look at my test execution document whether I have prepared everything or not. So just have formal discussions. So we don't maintain any minutes of meeting. Friendly discussions, friendly walkthroughs will be going on. So this is called as walkthroughs. Okay. So any questions here? So one thing we need to remember is, so here verification part, what we have done is static testing. Okay, see, understand, everything is interlinked. Verification part, what we have done is static testing. Validation part, what we are doing is dynamic testing. Okay. So in verification part, again, these all reviews will be coming. Informal, formal, technical, management, all reviews come under verification part, which is a static testing. In dynamic part, our testing, UAT, system testing, integration testing, unit testing, all come under validation part. Okay, clear here? Any questions? Any? Okay. So we are done with static waterfall models, V models, verification and validations, static testing, and dynamic testing. Okay, very good. So now we'll understand what is QA, QC, and QE. So this is a very regularly we'll be hearing. So when you get a uh, mail for any openings, you see for the post of QA, for the post of QC, for the post of QE. Okay, so QA, quality analyst or quality assurance. Quality assurance. Okay, QC. QC means quality control. Okay, QE means quality engineering. Okay, okay. We'll see how these all come into picture. So we know requirement phase, design phase, coding phase, testing phase, and deployment phase. So this complete is called as SDLC, right? We know this, right? SDLC. So in this SDLC, requirement phase, design phase, coding phase, testing phase, everywhere we have a testing part. In requirement also we have testing part, like we have seen here in our this one. In requirement phase also we have a testing phase, like we are going through the all the requirement documents. Okay. In design phase also we have a testing phase, like HLD high level design document, low level design document. We are verifying, we are reviewing the documents. In coding part also we have a testing part. In testing part, obviously we have testing whatever we do, general testing. Okay, so this part of requirement design coding is called verification, as we discussed earlier. Verification part. So this part is also content testing, and this coding, in coding part we do unit testing. Okay, unit testing and integration testing, and here in testing part we do system testing, right? And in deployment we do UAT testing. Means you see here in all the phases we have a testing part, right? All the phases we do testing, right? So a person who is involved in all areas of this one, requirement design, coding, testing, deployment, is called as QA, quality analyst, or a quality assurance. Okay, verification part, validation part, system testing, dynamic testing, black box testing, white box testing, UAT, system testing, unit, all things. He involves everything in reviews, everything. So that's what in verification part, and in validation part we have all the steps, right? We discussed. So a person who is involved in all this process is called as QA, quality analyst or a quality assurance. So then if he involves everywhere, then what is the purpose of a QC? What is QC do? Quality control. So quality control means he involves only in testing part. He involves only in testing part. He don't do. He don't involve in requirement phase, design phase, in all the reviews, all those things. He don't. He involves only in QC, quality control, only in testing part, system testing. System testing is his main criteria. Okay, so that's what quality control is. So when I see, especially 0 to 2 years experience persons mostly will be taken for QC post, quality control. Okay, and more than two they will be taken to quality analyst or quality assurance post. Their designation would be QA, senior QA. Nowadays, nobody are using QC as a designation, but I'm saying the 0 to 2 means QC would be the right one. He involves in testing, he don't involve in requirements and all those things. After 2, they expect something more, and you be in this model, quality control. Okay, so quality control testing is there. Uh, Quality assurance means involves. Then who is QE, quality engineer? So see, we need to understand one thing. So testing or a tester are of two types. One is manual testing, another is automation testing. Manual testing and automation testing. Okay. So what about this automation tester? What he does, he writes some the manual. He writes some code in some language, and when he executes that code, that application would be executed, and the result would be the same what manual tester is doing. Okay, so what the manual tester is doing, the same result would be there for this one also. But he's what does a developer do? He also do a certain part of coding. He writes the code, and a automation tester also writes the code. So here automation tester, he is doing the coding part, he is doing the testing part. Okay, so he is doing both activities. So he is called as quality engineer. Software engineer is a designation given for developer. Quality analyst is a designation, or quality engineer or a quality analyst, quality assurance, quality control is a designation given for manual tester. So quality engineer. So engineering from here, quality from here becomes a quality engineer who is given for automation. Automation guy will be given this designation, quality engineer designation. Okay, so I'm just so remember, I'm saying like engineering from here, quality from here. It's not like that, but the quality engineer means he does coding in known language, and the result would be the test. Purpose of this is be the testing part. Okay, testing and application. Okay, so let us understand what is the difference between QA and QC. Okay, so QA means it is a process oriented. So see, remember these things. QA means process oriented. Process oriented. Whereas QC is testing oriented. So process oriented means he focused on everything: static testing and dynamic testing. Okay, both verification and validation. Okay, in QC only testing, only focused on testing. Next, QA will define the process. He will define the process, whereas QC will implement the process. Will implement the process. Okay. QA will prevent from defects. Will prevent from defects. QC's work is to find the detect the defects. Detect the defects. Okay. These three are a major meanings or major points which we need to explain while, if any in interview, if you've been asked the difference between QA and QC. So basically they will ask like what is the difference between QA and QC? Okay, what is the difference between QA and QC? Or do you know who is QA and QC? So you should say QA is a process oriented. He involves in all the process, like design from requirement phase to design, coding, testing, and the deployment phase he involves. Whereas QC is a testing oriented. He involves in only in testing. QA is a involves in process oriented, means like he involves in static testing, dynamic testing, means verification and validation. Both are covered for comes under QA. Under QC, it's only for testing. QA will define the process, whereas QC will implement the process defined by QA, and QA will try to prevent the defects. Prevent the defects means when he is defining the process, when he is trying to design the process, he analyzes where the defects come. Means, see, when you are designing a product, you will analyze where the defects comes from, and then he try to prevent those defects, and he prepares the documentation in such a manner that defects should not occur. So QC means to detect the defects. Okay, this is the basic difference between QA and QC. Any questions? Are you clear? So today we have covered QE. Okay, QE is a, see here. Okay, so QE means, see, tester is there, testing activity is there. So manual testing, automation testing. Okay, manual and automation testing. Manual and automation testing. So now in market, these two are more important. Automation is being getting right. So what manual tester will do? He write test cases. He works on he navigates through the application, navigates to each field of the application, and he verifies whether it is working. He validates whether they are working as per the given required documents or not. So what this automation engineer do? He write a piece of a code in some C language, some Java, some Selenium, Python. He writes up some piece of a code, and he executes this piece of a code to run the software what is being developed. Okay, so to run the piece of the software what is developed. So this piece of code what is being developed executes or runs the application and give the results, testing results. Testing results would be coming there. So developer also does the same. Developers do coding. Automation tester also do coding, right? And developer do unit testing. Automation tester do complete software testing. His complete application would be tested based on. So this automation, this developer, automation engineer develops the code for regression testing. Mostly for regression testing, they use this one, which is a system testing. You can say system testing. So developer do unit testing, automation engineer do system testing, but the common thing is they do piece of coding. Automation engineer, tester also writes a piece of code. So the person who writes a piece of a code and do testing for giving the quality product is called as a quality engineer. Okay, so automation engineers are called as quality engineers. Okay, clear? So everyone good? Okay, so we will end the session here for today. So I'll send you the videos of these our class videos to your mail IDs, um, so that you can review. Tomorrow we'll review our past today's classes. We'll have a discussion on. I'll ask some questions. We'll have a discussion, and then we'll further go for next topics or next class. Okay. Tomorrow we'll go in detail. We'll discuss about system testing and all other things. Okay, I'll send the videos. So in videos you have the slides, right? Okay. If you want, I'll take the slides and I'll send you.
Slides, and also you send me that running notes, sir.
Running notes. Okay. See, when I send this video, you'll get the notes here. What I'm writing here, all these things.
That's if you send this notepad, right, then that will be helpful.
Okay, I'll send this notepad also then. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And one point I want to say is like the way of preparing, how you need to prepare is when you go through this video, what I've sent, please understand and write it in a notes. Don't write in system. Take a paper, pen, and each and every topic you keep it on paper. You differentiate it and write it in the way you understand, so that it will become a notes for you. And whenever you go for an interview or whenever you want to refer, you can just have a look at the notes. So you prepare notes by seeing this one. Okay. So that would be more helpful and more easy for you to prepare for interviews. Right? Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining. All of you send your mobile numbers if anybody have not sent, so that I will add in the group. If anybody have any questions or any discussions, we can chat there. Right? Thank you.